Hello, I'm Viraj Shankar. I'm a grade 9 and today I'm going to show you my experiment. So the aim of the experiment is to show the different properties of various types of mixtures. So firstly I have this bottle in which I have four liquids: soap solution, water, red wine and oil. So the red wine is mixed with the water. So the soap solution, as we can see, is at the bottom, which proves that it is the most dense amongst the following liquids. On top of that is the red wine. So it has actually been proved that alcohol is lighter than oil, so it should be on top of the oil, but it is below the oil in this case because red wine has only 12 to 13% of alcohol and the rest is all water. So water, which is more dense, gives it its density and therefore it is more dense than oil. On top is the oil, which is least dense. Next I have a true solution of salt in water. So I put some salt in the water and stirred it thoroughly. When I came back, I observed that there were no solute particles or salt particles at the bottom. This proves that this saline solution is stable in nature. So next I want to see whether this can pass light through it or not. So as we can see here, a thick beam of light passes through. So this test is positive. Next, when I tried to take the salt away from, so when I tried to separate the salt from the water, I used boiling. So I boiled the solution on the gas, and when the water evaporated, the only thing that was left was this salt crystals. So next, I have a true solution of lemon juice in water. So the lemon juice in water is like this. So when I came back, when I saw it, there were no solute particles at the bottom, so it is stable. So now I'm going to try to pass light through it. The light does not pass through. So when I tried to separate this mixture by boiling, it did not work. However, I got this substance. This is a black and sticky substance which formed after the lemon juice and water were evaporated. Now I have a sand in water suspension. So in this mixture I put a pinch of sand into this water and I stirred it. I left it to settle for a while, and at the bottom these sand particles have settled. So it is a suspension. However, some lighter particles, some finer particles have come to the top, whereas some denser particles have gone to the bottom. So when I try to pass a beam of light through it, as we can see, it goes through. So this test is positive. We could filter the sand from the water by the simple process of filtration with the filter paper. Now I have a solution of water in oil, a suspension. So when I first poured water into this glass and then oil, the oil, instead of sinking to the bottom, the bubbles came to the top and formed a layer. So let us try to pass a beam of light through this. Beam of light goes through. So this test is also positive. So now for separating this mixture, I used an interesting process. So I froze this. I have put this in the freezer and it froze. So when I took it out after a few hours, the water had turned into ice and the oil hadn't, which basically shows that oil and water have different freezing points. So I have this. So this is the ice and this is the oil on top. So let me show you here. So this is the oil, as you can see, the globules, and this is the ice, which is the water. So it's separated. Next, I took a suspension of soil in water, which is basically muddy water, and stirred it. However, after some time, I saw the solute particles, the soil, settled at the bottom. So this part is suspension. However, the top part, which has finer particles, is a colloid. Because of that, when we shine a light through it, it does not go through. There is no visible beam of light because it is opaque. Next, I have milk in a glass. So milk is a colloid. So the particles of milk do not settle down after a period of time. And when I shine a light through it, it does not go through. This is because the milk is opaque in nature. So when I wanted to separate this milk, when you want to separate the fat from the milk, you need to use a process called centrifugation, where you need to churn the milk. Also, when I with this mixture of muddy water, I filtered it first. But since filtration couldn't take it very far, I boiled it, and I got this. When the water had evaporated, I got this. This is basically soil or mud. So in conclusion, I had this bottle in which I proved that the densities of these liquids were different, and this results in their position. So this was the soapy solution as more dense as it is at the bottom. Red wine was on top, and oil was on top of that. Then I took all these and proved all these mixtures, solutions, and I proved their properties, which were stability, whether it was stable. Then I proved then I showed you how to separate it, and then I saw whether I could pass a beam of light through it. Thank you.